why are you saying you're this person when you're this person?
Graciela Jimenez is a 38-year-old woman who thought she could get away with forging a check. Little did she know she had been made. When officers responded to the scene, she had given them a different name to who she actually was. She claimed to be Evelyn Delgado when her real name is Graciela.
Hey guys, how are you?
And I was just going to call in this report this morning that these are all forgeries. Somebody named Destiny was in Yemen on Friday afternoon in a Chevy white Impala. It had a different tag on it. This is the ID of the person that tried to capture us today, but she never would roll a window, and I don't know that it's the same person.
Okay. So this is her, and you're saying this is not a good check.
It's a forgery.
It's a forgery check.
Yes. The check's a counterfeit. It's not in the series and number of this business. And all these others have been cashed because we didn't realize that.
Okay, but do you have any license or anything on you to prove your identity?
I mean, I'm
Hospital custody? Come on. Because everything you're giving me is not coming back on file, okay?
I have my hospital card.
Okay. Do it. Put your hands behind your back. Do you have any knives, needles, anything? Okay. No? All right. I'm going to detain you right now, is that okay? I'm going to have an investigator come out and talk to you about this check that you're doing here.
I love this officer.
Okay. Who's your boss? Mark? He's the boss of that company? Are you sure? Okay.
What's gonna happen? Am I arrested?
No, right now what's gonna happen is we're having a detective coming out, okay? Because we're getting two different stories. The bank is saying that these checks aren't right, so of course we have to go by what the bank tells us.
But it's
so
my
that's
first
why,
time here.
Yeah, I know. And that's why we're gonna get somebody out here to just they're gonna talk to you. They're gonna talk to the bank. The only reason why you're in handcuffs right now is you're not under arrest right now. You're just detained. The only reason why we put people that are detained in handcuffs is for our safety. Does that make sense? So that's why you're not under arrest right now, and we'll go. There's an investigator on his way to come talk to you. Okay?
Investigator? What?
Just a detective to come out because of what we're being told, as far as possibly forgery and stuff like that. And actually, I'm sorry. Can you turn real quick? I don't. You have a phone right here. Let me just pull that out real quick. I'm just gonna put it right on top of you. Okay?
You can take it to a curtain.
Okay. Well, they're gonna want to talk to him too. What's his name?
Miguel.
Miguel. And who is he to you?
He's my cousin, but I've been raising him since I was.
Oh, okay. So
he
he's
lost
like.
his grandparents, and
Okay.
he lost. Well, his dad is in jail, and
Okay.
his mom was.
How old is he?
He's
21?
21.
Okay, alright. Well, sir, can you do me a favor? Can you step out also, please? You don't have anything that'll hurt or harm me or anything like that, right? Can you do me a favor? Can you just put your cell phone right here on top of the car? And then just turn around for me. Put your hands back here. I'm just gonna check you for weapons, okay? This is what's gonna happen, okay? Spread your legs. So this is what's gonna happen, okay? We're getting word from the bank as far as the checks are concerned, okay? So with that being said, we got to conduct an investigation, all right? And with that, the investigator is going to come out. He's going to talk to your, I guess, she's kind of like your mom, right? So he's going to talk to him, and they may ask you some questions, okay? And then I'm not putting cuffs on you because what we want to do is we just want to separate people from the car. Does that make sense? Because the investigator is probably going to want to talk to you too. Okay? So just, instead of waiting out in the cold, you could sit right here in the car and stay warm, okay? You could just have a seat.
I have my phone.
Well, actually, we're going to hold on to that until the investigator gets here. It's going to be right there, okay, where you could still see it.
So I can tell my wife what's going on?
Well, it shouldn't take too long. They're on their way right now, okay?
When the detectives arrived on the scene to question both Graciela and Miguel, this is where the stories got even more mixed up.
Hi, how are you? Are you warm enough in here? Okay. Alrighty. My name is Detective Torres. They call me out here to see what's going on with, I guess there's maybe a question about...
Yeah, I know.
So,
I've been waiting for my boss or this guy to show up.
who are you
going
talking
through this bullshit. I'm sorry for my language,
Okay.
but I'm just mad right now.
I get you. Okay. So, I'm going to look into it. Just real quick, what is your name?
Evelyn Delgado,
Okay, what's...
1987.
96? 86, okay. How old are you, Evelyn? How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 34.
You're how old? 30 what?
34.
34? If I need to get a hold of you later after we're all done, what's the phone number to get a hold of you? The gentleman that was with you, who is he?
He's my cousin. I raised him. He lost his grandparents and stuff, so I took care of him.
Okay. What's his name?
Miguel Angel Colarte.
Okay. And he lives with you? You raised him, you said?
No, he doesn't live with me anymore, but I still take care of him. He's baby.
Okay.
I've been taking care of him since he was 13, 14.
Gotcha. And then this car, who does that belong to?
That belongs to Jose Frausto.
Okay.
That's why I'm mad, because I have no gas and I'm over here and wasting my time and all this bullshit.
Okay.
And supposedly, because I called them because
What's that?
I got that check in my house, right?
Yeah.
And I called them. I'm like, hey, where can I go to cash the check? Because I only have a paper ID.
Okay.
Because they stole my wallet.
We'll see what we can do. Oh, hold on just a second. Hello, how are you, man? What's your name, man?
Miguel Rodarte.
Miguel Rodarte. Where do you live at, man?
El Paso.
El Paso, Texas. What's your address? Okay. And how about a good phone number? Is that Conotillo, Socorro? Where is that?
No, El Paso, Texas. 79912.
Okay.
A good phone number?
Yeah, to get a hold of you later.
915.
Okay. Real quick, the lady that you're with, who is she to you?
She's like, I would say, like I grew up with her, like my mom.
Like your mom, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you don't live with her though, right?
No, I live with my wife and my children.
You live with your wife and kids? Okay. And your wife and kids are home right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how old are you, Miguel?
I'm 21. I'm gonna be 22 in
A couple of days?
Yeah,
Okay.
a week or two.
Are things going okay with you and your family?
Yes.
Yeah? Alright, because I know how times are hard right now. They're kind of tough and everything.
I just lost my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a job on January 4th.
Okay, so do me a favor, man. Just be honest with me. Who is that lady?
Huh?
Who is she?
Who is she?
Yeah, who is she?
Well, she's like my mom.
What is her name? Her real name. Not her fake name, but her real name. Be honest with me.
Say.
You don't want to get involved in dumb stuff, man. What's her name?
I'm not sure.
Huh? You're telling me she's like your mom, but you don't know? Is that what you're saying?
No, like you're going to discuss that with her.
You're gonna need to discuss what her name is?
Yeah.
You do?
No, not me, like you, sir.
No, I know that. I'm asking you though, because she's your mom,
Yes, sir.
right? Or your mom type. So
Yes, sir.
you know what this is all about. You know why we're here. You got two cops here. I just want to know her name.
Yes, sir, I know.
I don't want you to get involved. You got kids in the family. I would like you to think about it, and just be honest with me, because I know she's not what's on her paper. So one more time, what's this lady's name?
What are my options?
I'm just asking you, bro. I'm going to go to the bank and talk to him. If you need more time to think, I'll let you think about it.
Detective then goes into the bank to see what other information he can get on Graciela and Miguel.
Good. So it looks like we got ourselves a little dilemma here with these guys.
Oh my
Trying to figure out who this lady is.
Too?
No, I need to figure out who the female is. But
Okay, well, I kind of figured since it was we were told it was a white Chevy Impala with temporary license when they went to Deming, because they went to the first one.
so tell me, how did this begin? Because you have so many.
I
Just
know.
kind of give me a little
Well,
background. What?
We first learned about it Friday afternoon, right before 5 o'clock, between 4 and 5,
So last Friday.
last Friday.
Okay.
Our sister bank in Deming had a teller call because we try to help each other's customers. And she said, I have this lady trying to cash a check. Is there $600 in this account? And so my switchboard receptionist, Paula, who checked you in, she said, yes, the balance is fine, but why do you say you're trying to cash it? Because she just felt this weird feeling.
Yeah.
And so the teller over there made some comment, I don't know, something doesn't seem right.
Okay.
And so my switchboard person said, well, let me call Mr. Hernandez, who owns the business. So when she called him, he said, no, I don't know who Destiny Rodriguez is. I didn't sign any check. So it's in the stack of the papers I gave you, if I can give you those back, or whoever has them. the copy of the driver's license and the check that Destiny tried to cash. And so when
So
we got,
that was not successful?
no,
The one,
the teller stopped it in
Okay.
Deming, but it stopped itself because the person in the car drove off. It was taking so long because we were on the phone. We had Mark on the phone. I was talking to the president of the bank over there, and the lady kept buzzing in, and they kept saying, "We'll be with you. We'll be with you." And so she drove off with the original driver's license in the bank. She just drove off.
okay.
So that put us aware, let's look at the account. So then the owner, Mark Hernandez, went through the account and said, no, this check isn't mine, this check isn't this check. So they all kind of were cashed last week. I think my list shows this, the days that they were cashed.
Okay.
So some of them were cashed in in the Anthony branch, our branch in Anthony, because that's closest to El Paso. And then there ended up being 2 that were cashed here, one Thursday, one Friday. So when we looked through it, we found 8 of them had been cashed.
So let's...
Now, what I noticed on the backs of these checks, if we look at them, see, there's a signature. It's not his, but it's close. So somebody knew his name and connected to this business.
Okay.
Because his name doesn't show up anywhere.
She had used multiple names for each of the 8 checks she had attempted to cash in. Now the detective makes his way back to figure out what her real name is.
All right, Vance. Hey, are you awake or are you asleep? So real quick, man, what is her name, man? She told me that she was kind of like your mom too. She told me the same story.
Yes.
I mean, she says that she's known you forever, kind of raised you, but you guys live separate and all that stuff. But I mean, obviously we know that's, her real name. What's her real name?
What's gonna happen after this?
I'm gonna take her to the station. I'm gonna take her to the station, and I'm gonna probably contact the owner of this car. Come pick up the car. The backpack that's in there, is that your backpack?
No, sure.
The leather-looking one, the real fancy one. That's her backpack? Okay. So what's her name?
What's gonna happen to me?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the station. We're gonna talk a little bit because you passed a check in Anthony the other day. We'll talk about it. Okay?
She gave me that check.
What's that?
She gave me that check.
Okay. Yeah, I get it, man. But, the only way we get through this is to straighten it all up. Because it's a lot of money, bro. It's a lot of money. So, what is her name now?
I just want to be with my baby, sir.
What's that?
I just want to be with my
I
baby.
get you, bro. I get you. It's almost Christmas time. I understand that, man. I totally feel you.
Dude, I mean, at first she was giving me money.
Yeah.
I never had to do shit.
Yeah. So, what's your mom's name? Graciela what? Huh?
Jimenez.
Graciela Jimenez. What's her birthday? Have a seat real quick. I'm going to talk to your mom, and we'll go from there. Have a seat, man. So what's going to end up happening is like what the investigator said. We're going to talk about this over at the station, okay? So my partner here, he's going to take you down to the station. So you're going to go in this car, and he's going to take your phone with you, okay? Before we take off, though, it's just our policy, it's just for our safety, that you just got to put on a set of cuffs, okay? So go ahead and we'll walk over here. He'll have the phone.
Yes, sir.
And we'll let the investigator know, and we'll see if that's cool. Because right now he's the one that's telling us basically what's going to happen next. I'm pretty sure he won't mind, but we have to ask him first.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
They then drive both of them to the station for more questioning.
On the scene, I just think it's best to be honest with you. Okay, so obviously I have some checks, and I have a check right now. I also have several more checks. I got your ID and everything else, and I just kind of want to know what's going on, why this is happening. Because I know times are crap right now with COVID and no jobs, and people staying home all the time, and I understand that. But this person that's driving the car, what's her relation to you? She is your mom, right? And so, what's going on, man? Why is she? Why are we doing these checks?
I mean, she's been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And like I said, the relationship between me and her has never been good.
Okay.
Because I grew up with my grandparents, passed away.
Right.
And then, so from the day I was born, to 13 years of age, then I moved with her.
So you said your mom's been doing this for a while. How long has she been doing this?
You see, that's the problem. Like, that's why I was so hesitant, because she has a record of this.
Okay.
That's why I was like,
you don't want to get her in trouble?
I don't, sir. Like, I don't.
Does she have a record in El Paso, or where does she got a record of this?
I don't think in El Paso or.
Now your mom seems to be like she seems to be like, I don't know if you call her mom or what, but she seems to be a smart lady. I mean, she seems to be, she's not dumb. Why does she get mixed up in doing this? Why is she doing it?
Because it's easy money.
Okay.
Like I said, like when she would help me, she would just give me money.
Okay.
And she would tell me, like, I'll get you money, like, what do you need? But not really, she never told me how, right? But I knew she didn't work because of what she was going through with, like, her probation and all that stuff. And I was like, okay. And then one day she was like, because it was my son's birthday on the 8th of this month.
This last week, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And he turned 4.
Yeah.
So she was like, what do you need for the baby? Like, and in my head I was like I wanted to throw him something, but I wasn't working at the time.
Yeah.
I'm not working right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting till January for my new job.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I need this, and this. And she was like, I can do something for you, but you gotta do it. And I was like, okay. She just gave me a check, and she was just like, just take it to right there, to Anthony.
Okay.
And they're just gonna give you money, and that's it.
Okay. Just with your ID and the
Just
check.
ID, the check. No questions asked. They shouldn't ask you anything. If anything happens, it's on me.
At this point, Miguel was putting his family first. His children and wife are his priorities, so he finally opened up about everything. You can tell he felt some sort of guilt towards snitching on his mom, but he was doing the right thing in the end.
Computer, what is she doing? How is she making her checks?
I've seen her on like laptops and printers and stuff.
Yeah, right. So she just puts in the paper, types in the information, and she prints it all up. So then let me ask you this then. Right now, where is the laptop and printer at?
Probably in her apartment, sir. I don't know.
Is that here in town, or where is it?
No, it's in El Paso as well.
Okay. How about the reason that I asked you, there's a bag in the car. There's a backpack in the car. It's not a guy's backpack.
No.
It's your mom's backpack, right? Okay. So is that computer in the backpack?
I think so. I haven't looked into it.
It's possible the laptop could be in that backpack?
It's possible.
Or maybe, did you see if she had any more of these checks in the backpack?
No, sir.
You don't know if she has more? Is it possible she does?
Maybe.
Maybe she does.
Sure.
All right, so your mom passed the check. Obviously, you were sitting there when she did it. She passed the check, and the check was in the name of somebody named Evelyn Delgado. Do you know who she is?
No, sir.
Do you know who that girl is?
No, sir. I've never seen her in my life.
That's the real Evelyn Delgado. Because your mom took her ID information and put her picture on it. Is your mom, I guess your mom just took her picture and on her laptop and...
I guess I really know her.
It's going to be a discussion me and your mom are going to have, okay? And so you'll have to be patient with me on that. Like I said, hopefully within an hour or so we can get this thing squared away.
Detective then goes in to speak with Graciela. Here is what she had to say on the matter.
I asked the officers though to bring you down here, so I had them detain you, so that we could get to the bottom of this. When I detain somebody, it doesn't mean that you're going to go to jail at the end of the day. It just means that you are detained, and I have to advise you of your Miranda rights. Okay. But hopefully we can square this away and figure out what's going on with this check that you were trying to present. What else? So I talked to him again. He kind of told me a few things, and so maybe I'll ask you about those things too. Is this your ID? Is that your actual ID?
Yes.
Okay, because it's not coming back. Do you have any idea how long ago did you get this ID? About a month or so?
Yeah.
They should, it's August. Okay. Okay. So you've had this ID for about a month or so. Okay, because it's not coming back. All right. So let me ask you about this person right here. Do you know who that is? You've never seen her before? Have that face? Okay, because that's the actual face that belongs on this ID. When I run that name, Evelyn and Delgado, and that birthday, this is what comes back.
86.
Yeah, it comes back to this lady right here.
1986.
Yeah, I got it right here.
It's
I got
crazy.
it. It says Clem's Road. It says everything on here. Everything. Exactly the same. Even the expiration date is the same. The ID number is the same. Everything is the same, the address, but it's coming back to this person. Yeah, it's coming back to her.
That was it for I haven't been here for a minute.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What is your name Evelyn Delgado? That's your name? That's your name?
I'm pretty sure from everything.
Okay. Can you pull your mask down just for a minute? Why are you saying you're this person when you're this person? I just want honesty, okay? I mean, it's done. I'll just tell you, I know who you are. I know who you are. I know that your name is Graciela. I know what you do. I know you've gotten in trouble before. I know that car was in Deming. I know it was here
Where was it in Deming?
the other day.
When?
They logged the tag. They took a picture of it. The bank was already on alert, like I said.
No, I know. Like, no, I heard you, but like, when was it on Deming?
Oh, I don't know. I can look through it. I got a bunch of checks. I got several checks. There's more than one. There's a bunch. And actually, your son cashed one last week. Okay. So you worked for Mark, and he gave you a check, and you went.
No. So I worked for Mark.
Right.
My son worked for Mark.
Your son worked for Mark too.
And I did too. I just so much me so fácil hacer la ID.
It was easy for you to make the ID?
I was not fácil. I mean, I offered no money, just told me that
Okay.
she did it.
Gave you the ID so that you could cash the check? So why, if you're working for Mark, don't you just use your own thing?
Because I can't. Because I was in jail.
For doing stuff like this, right?
No, I'm not going to use some of it.
Okay.
And my friend, well, she.
Then the detective gets into the nitty-gritty part of it and tells Graciela what he discussed with her son.
Here's the thing. So I was kind of describing to you this thing about paper and how easy it is and stuff like that. So your son was telling me what happened because he's kind of down on the money. And last week or the day before this other check went through, that you gave him this check, which he cashed, and he got the money for it, and so he was able to do this thing for his kid and whatever, buy the stuff he needs for his kid. But he told me that you made the check. He told me that you've done this before. He told me that you...
I don't make somebody...
Just listen to me. Just listen. He says you know how to use the laptops. He knows that you know how to make them and do all that stuff. He had an incident several months ago where his information wound up being used by Sergio, I forget the last name, and they were calling him. You know who Sergio is. I know you're making this. I know this is going to be a bad road for you if you keep on doing it. You keep making this fake paper. I know right now, this is all I got right now. This is all I have right now. All I have is this. That's it. But I've seen people real quick rack up this list to where I got 1, 2 pages and I got all kinds of money. Right now, it's one victim, one business owner, one bank, and that's all I got right now. I don't have a jurisdiction with whatever you're doing in Texas. But I do have jurisdiction with whatever you're doing in Guyana. And right now, this is what I have. And I know your son just basically laid it out there because he doesn't want to go down that bullshit.
I know, I'm fucking stupid.
You know, and I can look up your record, I can call a class so I can find everything I need to know. But I know right now that you know how to make checks, and that's going to get you in a lot of shit. It's going to get you in a lot of trouble. And you know it. This right here, this ID card is a felony right here. You're walking around in New Mexico with a felony right here by passing this off all by itself. And then this fake paper that it's nice. I'll give it to you. You know what you're doing. It looks good. But it's going to get you in a lot of trouble. Let me ask you this: is what's it going to take to get you to stop doing stuff like this? I mean, you're 38. I mean, you're not. You know, it's not like you got to. You know.
I think raising my kid, like here.
See, yeah, no, that's it. I mean, he bought the farm for last week. He admitted it, though. He knew he was a fake paper, and he knew what he was doing was wrong. But he's kind of hard up for this.
I think.
But shit,
I just wanted my grandkid to have a birthday, and I know how he's stressing, and I know how this girl just did him wrong, and there's no justification for my.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't make him.
No, you did make him. You did make him. I know that for a fact. You made him. And it doesn't make it worse or less worse or nothing. You can lie to me all you want, but I know you made him. So, I mean, I don't know why you want to lie about that. Where did you learn to make him like that? I mean,
I didn't learn.
You just got on your computer and that was that. You figured it out. You got more money than I could make. Legit.
But not me.
Yeah, but this is all you right here. This is what you're causing right here. This bank is now out $5,000. I mean, it's not, you didn't kill nobody, but still, that's a lot of money.
I'll pay it back.
Would you pay it back? That goes a long way. I'm glad you said that, right?
I'll pay it back.
Because I'm looking. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not the one that makes you pay things back.
I know, but I don't.
But you know, because you got in trouble. You know who I'm going to talk to next. I'm going to go to the DA and I'm going to say I got 8 checks. That's all I got. And yes, she makes them and shit like that. But you know, I don't know. This is the first time in Doñana County, maybe. I don't know. But, so what did you do with all this other money? What are you trying to do with all this? I know your son cashed the one, and there's a guy, Robert Mascoro. Who's Robert Mascoro?
Graciela had cracked. The detective asked her a few more questions before making the final decision.
For a couple of days.
So what was the deal? You're just being nice, or we just explained to you this form. Okay, so this is a consent to search form. It's dated today's date, which is December 15th. I'll put the time on there when we get there. What I'm working is a forgery. Okay, so we'll go out there. I'm looking for more of this kind of stuff. Your backpack will, if you want, you can take it with you to the detention center. And then after that, like I was asking you before, your issue with your son, with your permission, then you can, as long as there's no more stuff in there, we can turn it over to him. Okay? Is that
They take her and her son back to the bank to begin the search of the vehicle.
I remember when I was a people on our buses, when that guy was Texas and the state management, the scratches were there like that big, but it was like a big ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very so big for the original. I've never seen it anymore. Laptop.
Right here.
Let me go grab a bag for that. Wasn't that Stephanie? Wasn't she part of that?
No, I don't think so.
Earlier
This is a different company right here. This is a temp agency. But it's the same amount, $600. So we got more victims. I don't think he's 21 yet. You want to put this in the trunk?
After they searched her vehicle and found a substantial amount of evidence against her,
Okay, we're pretty much done. I appreciate your cooperation, man, okay? I got your phone number, right? So if I need to reach out to you or contact you, I can always come back with and just give you a holler, okay? All right, give me just one more second. Just stand over here for just a minute. Okay, we got your black wallet. Is there anything else you want from the car? And it's okay one last time for your son to take the car. Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and take it, and I guess we're set.
I can take my charger, huh?
Pardon me?
I can take my phone charger?
No, I don't. No, just they'll let you use the phone there, okay? So I guess we're done. I'll give him the car and we'll be headed back. Okay? Oh, okay. Come on out.
Come on, Alex. We're gonna go back.
Just wait right here. Right up here to that door. Gonna go back into the van. Should take us about 10 minutes to get there.
they went to talk with her and give her their final decision. Graciela was then transported and booked into the Doña Ana County Detention Center, where she was initially held without bond. She was charged with 1 4th-degree felony count of forgery. She's also faced a misdemeanor count of possession of an altered, forged, or fictitious driver's license, and 1 count of concealing her identity.